So first of all, flash warning. This game has a lot of flashing lights. And second of all, welcome to Vampire Survivors. You've probably heard of this game. I had heard of this game a lot at a certain point. I had heard of this game a lot. And then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy this game. See what it's all about. The game's pretty cheap, it's like £2.50, and Jesus Christ, it's the most addicting thing I think I've played in a very long time. The idea with Vampire Survivors is that it's a roguelike. And that really doesn't sell you on everything that the game is. It's a roguelike where you just kind of get really strong and kill a bunch of fuckers. Um, I think is the best way I can put it. You only have one control, which is to move around. You don't have to press buttons to shoot. All of that is at automatic. Um, and you just kind of collect XP and get stronger. I thought the game was really easy. Like, I looked at the game and I was like, okay, you just get really overpowered and it's a really easy game. I don't think it's that easy. The game is not a super hard game. I've beaten it a bunch of times. I got this game yesterday. I've beaten it like 4 or 5 times. And it takes 30 minutes to beat the game. Like, every run is minimum for 30 minutes long because that's when the game ends. The game ends when you get the timer to 30 minutes, right? So if I've managed to beat the game like 4 or 5 times, that's 2.5 hours of gameplay in one day. Clearly the game's not like super duper hard if I'm able to beat it that many times, if it takes that long. But it's not super easy, and it's a little bit like, you know, you can be carried by luck, you can get really lucky, and that just means that you win. Or you can be, you know, if you're skilled enough, then you can win even when your luck's not super good. So every level, you get to pick between different options of weapons and passives. Your weapons are stuff like, okay, garlic. It surrounds me, and then this big ring around me, right? That. They can't walk into that. They die. The enemies die. They don't die instantly, but they just take damage over time while they're in it. And for low-level enemies, like at this point in the game, it kind of just melts through them. It's pretty strong early game. Like I can just walk into all these bats and they die. Which is pretty nice because it means you can level up pretty early on. Like, it's a pretty fast way to get levels. So those are your weapons. They do stuff like that. Like I'm shooting projectiles, that's also a weapon. And then you get passives, like I've got the Candelabrador, which increases the range of all your attacks by 10% for each level. Really good passive. And you can only have 6 of each. You can have 6 weapons, 6 passives. There are ways to get more. I found a way to get more, which is basically like, if I go on the map, you see it on the map, there's this like bracer thing. If I pick that up and I already have 6 passives, I can still get it, so I'll get 7. But I think that's the only way you can get more than 6. I don't know. I'm not like super an expert on this game or anything. I've just played it a few times, found it pretty fun. This is cool. This is one of the like stronger enemies that spawns. It's got this like blue and white outline, and when you kill these enemies, they drop chests. Some of them don't drop chests, some of them just drop a lot of experience, but I think this guy drops a chest. And the chests are really good, because they give you a bunch of coins and a random item. So I got the Candelabrador there. Now it's a level 2. So we're getting a 20% increase on the range of all of our weapons. Not the range, but like the area of effect. So I think instead, like, it doesn't make my projectiles longer range, it just makes them bigger. Which is also really good. The main thing it's doing for me right now is buffing garlic. Garlic is really good. Spinach is really good. Spinach is just a flat 10% increase to all damage sources. It's really good, and you can get it up to 5 levels, so you can be doing 50% more damage on everything just from getting spinach, really good item. But yeah, I haven't beaten this level yet. This is the like tower level I'm on right now. I haven't beaten this, but I don't think that's like because this level's particularly hard. It is the 4th level, so I would expect it to be harder than the first 3, but I don't think it's particularly hard. It's just like I've only played it a couple times, so it's not that unusual that I haven't beaten it. And I think my favorite thing about this game is like because the controls are just moving, you can use anything to control this, right? Like I've been using WASD, but you can use the mouse, and it's basically like touchscreen controls. Oh, this is actually a hard choice. I guess I want to pick up Lightning Ring. The thing is with upgrades is like once you've picked something, the upgrade will show up in the future, no matter what. Like it's guaranteed to show up. But if you like don't have something yet, and you should pick it up early, so that you're not gambling on it showing up later, because it might just not show up. There's a whole pool of items that could show up before it does again. So it's like, yeah, if you have the opportunity to upgrade stuff you already have or get something else that's really good, you should pick the new thing, because you'll get those upgrades later probably, but you might not get another opportunity to pick up that specific item that you want. But yeah, you can control this with it. I mean, the game's on mobile, so it's got touch controls because of that, I'm assuming. But like, yeah, you can also use controller, and with controller you actually get more like options for movement, because you can move in like percentages of degrees. Whereas on WASD, obviously, you can only move in 8 directions. It doesn't make a huge difference for the most part, but there is one weapon that aims like the direction you're facing, and that is definitely just buffed. Like on controller, it's just better. Yeah, I'd say we're doing pretty well so far. Garlic feels like it's one of the strongest weapons in the game, just because it's so good early game that you level up a lot faster early game, which means you're more prepared for late game. Even though Garlic is not a huge game changer later on, like early game, like right now, we're only 6 minutes in. It really feels like it's quite strong in those situations, just because you can level up so much faster. Like, I've had runs where at 6 minutes I'm at like level 12. We're at level 21 right now, level 22. Okay, this is a hard situation, because I don't think Knife is very good. Knife is the one that shoots the way you're facing. Whip is pretty good, but it's just passive damage. Pentagram's pretty, like, it can come in clutch sometimes. It's just every once in a while it wipes the screen. But I picked Whip because I feel like since we have the damage on, like, on the Garlic that's killing them, like, when they're near to us, the Whip is just going to add on to that by doing close range damage as well. So I feel like that's a pretty good, like, choice there. But yeah, the maps just, like, scroll infinitely. They loop and they scroll infinitely. But even though they scroll infinitely, your position does keep, like, increasing if you keep going in one direction. It's not like you look back to the top, it's just the map itself is a repeat of itself. So, like, if I go down, I'll eventually get to this bottle thing. But I won't see anything new. Like, I'll just have looked through the map a bunch of times. But it's not like you can go up to the top and wrap around to the bottom. That'll never happen. Yeah, Duplicator's just, like, awesome. Duplicator doesn't seem that good because it only, like, adds 1 to your projectiles. But, you know, for things like Whip, where normally there's only 2 projectiles, now you can get to 4 projectiles on the Whip, which is, like, 20%. Or what? Why did I say 20? That's like 100% more DPS, if you think about it. So, yeah. It's not that good on weapons like Magic Wand. I'd still rather have it than not have it. But on Magic Wand, it's like, okay, you are shooting like 6 bullets instead of 5. Or you're shooting 7 bullets instead of 5. Or, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're shooting 6 bullets instead of 5 or 7 bullets instead of 5. That's not super broken. Like, because you shoot so many bullets anyway. But it's definitely nice to have. I think I want to get the tome. Tome just makes everything faster by 8% per level. It's great. But yeah, this game really feels like I'm an iPad kid. It feels very like stimulating, and it just makes my brain go. I think that's what makes it like particularly addictive. Is there's just so many numbers on screen. Like, it's this kind of power fantasy thing where it makes you feel really powerful, but it's not just that. Because I've played a lot of games like, if you play like Warriors games, right, Musou games, they all make you feel really powerful, and they are very fun. They are not as addictive as this is, though. Like, I've never spent 7 hours in one day playing a Musou game unless I've been, like, trying to max out on completion. Like, when I played Hyrule Warriors and I was trying to complete the adventure mode maps, sure, I played a lot of hours doing that, but it was for a completely different reason. I was working towards something. I can just play this game, genuinely, for hours at a time. It's dangerous. Right? One of my friends was like, yeah, I had to delete this game and hide it from my Steam library because I was, like, getting nothing done. And I was like, holy shit, man. That's, I don't think I'm there yet, but... like, you can definitely see how it would happen. I think it's really obvious why this game would be particularly addictive. It's also got that Isaac thing where if you beat a level with a character, it puts a little tick on that character. And the game has like 40 characters or something, so you can easily see how you could go for completion by playing every character on every level a bunch of times, trying to do like everything in the game. Like, I could see how that could go very addictive very quickly. Oh, hell yeah. We got 3 on the chest. That's pretty lucky. We got the Holy Wand. Do I want to explain that? Yeah, I guess I... Did I get the Garlic Evolution? Okay, I will definitely explain it because I got the Garlic Evolution, I'll definitely explain it. Basically, when you max out a weapon's level and you have... and you get like a chest, if you max out a weapon's level and you get a chest, you can get an evolution of that weapon, which is basically a super buffed version of the weapon. But only if you have another another item to go with it. So here you can see the wand. I'll use my cursor to point. The wand and the tome make the evolved wand. The garlic and the heart make the evolved garlic. It's actually my first time getting evolved garlic, so I wasn't sure what the black, like, circle around me was, but that's what evolved garlic looks like. Yeah, let's keep going for lightning. The lightning is really good because it only strikes like one enemy at a time, but it can hit more than one if the enemies are near to each other. And the enemies are always near to each other, because there's always so damn many of them on the screen. I think we should start, yeah. So I'm going to walk towards getting this, like, potion thing at the bottom here, because that's a permanent unlock, I'm pretty sure, so I kind of want to get it. And yeah, it's very, like, satisfying to just melt through all these enemies at once. You can get to the point in the game, like, honestly, I'm probably there right now, where you can just AFK for like 5 minutes and not worry about dying. I've had, like, pretty much all the runs I've finished have ended with me just AFKing at the end because you're so fucking broken by that point that it doesn't matter. Let's get a Santa Water. Santa Water is really good, especially when it's like leveled up a lot, because it puts a bunch of stuff on the screen. Here we go. Spellbinder is a weapon, or maybe it's not. No, it's not a weapon. Fuck, I should not have picked it up. I'm a dumbass. Okay, basically, what I was trying to show off there was that when you have 6 of something, and you pick up another another one, you can still use it. But now I've just got 6 passives. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Whatever. I don't get to show that off. It's fine. Spellbinder's still a good, like, passive to have, but I wish I got the chance to show off how that works. But yeah, when you're playing on, like, certain maps have, like, permanent unlocks tied to them, and you just have to walk really, really far in one direction to get to them. And that's what this thing is that I'm going toward. The green arrow, that's like a permanent unlock. There was 2 on this stage, but I got one already yesterday. Yeah, I think, like, if you've got to run this good, you might as well just go for it, right? Like, I could focus on trying to level up more, but how much can I actually get stronger from leveling up a couple times? Get more Santa Water. Can I get the Santa Water evolution? I don't remember what that is. No, I can't. I don't have a tracked orb. Whatever. It's fine. It's still really good without the evolution. The evolution basically just makes it stay on screen permanently. I think it also buffs some of its other stats like damage, but the main thing it does is keep it on screen permanently. It's really good. Because the Santa Water just like puts down area of effect all over the screen that kills things. It's pretty awesome. How close are we to... We're very close. A lot of the permanent unlocks are just like UI things. Like the map is a permanent unlock. You don't get the map until you find it in one of the levels. And stuff like that, so... I don't know what this potion thing is going to be. Permanently allows speeding up time in stage selection. So I guess that's just playing on like 1.5 speed or something. I don't really know. Sounds kind of cool. Maybe it's like a kind of hard mode thing where like, oh, you thought the game was too easy before? Well, try playing it on 2 times speed. I don't know. Game's pretty fun. Oh, there's a chest up here. I should probably go get that. But yeah, I think the way they advertise this game is like, you get to become the bullet hell boss, and it definitely feels like that. Like, I love being in a position where there's a million bullets on the screen, and they're all from me. That's not a situation you get to play very often when you play video games. Usually you're the loser having to dodge all of this stuff. And this game also has co-op. You can't play as the baddies, unfortunately. I think it would be really funny if you could, but you would lose. Yeah, there's like nothing off in this direction for me to go to, so I guess we just hang out for the next 16 minutes until we win, because this run is definitely a winner. I don't see any way for me to lose. I'm feeling powerful. I'm feeling free. Let's see what's in the chest. More lightning ring, let's go. Yeah, the evolved lightning ring's really good, and I think evolved lightning ring is duplicator, yeah, so we can get that. What else can we get? Nothing. It's just that, okay. Let's just keep upgrading Laurel, I think. Laurel... I mean, it's kind of useless when you have healing like I do. Because I have good healing on this build. But the way that Laurel works is that, like, you take damage and it's like Holy Mantle. It's like Isaac's Holy Mantle. You take damage, but you don't actually take damage, and you get invuln for a while afterwards. It takes up a weapon slot, which is interesting because it isn't a weapon. But I guess it's just too strong to be a passive. Like, if it was a passive, you would always take it. But since it takes up a weapon slot, you're like, maybe I shouldn't. I still think it's good, honestly. Because you don't need, like, 6 evolved weapons to win or anything. If you have, like, 2, you're fine most of the time. Oh, I love when this happens. You just get a bunch of levels all at once. So much fun. Look at that. I just fully evolved my Or not evolved, but fully leveled my Santa Water like that. How many levels was that? So fun when that happens. And we get the Evolved Lightning, and you can see just how powerful that is. I mean, it kills entire crowds of enemies at once. It's really good. But yeah, I do hope that the like extra challenging, like there are a lot of features in this game that I think are supposed to make it more challenging. Like there's a hyper mode. I don't know what hyper mode is, but I assume that's like a difficulty modifier. I do hope that they actually make the game more tricky, because I am getting, like, I've not played this game a lot. I bought it yesterday, and I'm getting to the point where I feel like the game's maybe a bit too easy to keep my attention. Like, I'm still extremely stimulated and extremely satisfied by playing the game. But I don't know if it's enough to keep me playing forever, right? Like, I don't know if I'll get 100 hours out of this or if I'll get 20. And I think whether or not the game has like actual difficult modes is probably going to make the huge difference there. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But there is a lot to do. It's just like, is there enough difference between each run after a certain point? It feels like the early game's pretty, like, that's where most of the gameplay is. Most of the gameplay is in the first, like, 10 minutes. And then at this point, like, look at this, I can just not play. And I'm not saying it's boring. Well, I mean, it will be. Like, for the next 13 minutes, I'm probably not going to do anything. Because I've gotten to this point, so... And, oh my god, I've just thought of something. The bitrate on this video is going to be terrible. If you thought the FNAF video was bad... Look at all the stuff on the screen right now. The bitrate's going to be absolutely slaughtered by this. There's not really anything I can do about that. And you've probably already noticed that because you're the one watching the video. So I guess it's just me who's learning this for the first time. But yeah, like, I do enjoy the game. This bit's a bit silly, I think, just like waiting in place. And honestly, like, there's only 3 more upgrades before I've maxed out everything as well. So, I mean, I could go and try to get the bracer, which would... Okay, yeah, I might as well. I've got 12 minutes. I might as well try and go get the bracer. The bracer is this thing that's at the top of the map. It's another item that I don't already have, so it'll be a good way to show off that you can get more than 6 by doing that. So yeah, let's go get the bracer, and that gives me something to do while I'm waiting. But like, I don't need to. I could absolutely just AFK and still win. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope the like extra modes are more difficult, because adding more challenge would be fun. I do know that some characters are more difficult than others. I'm playing Imelda, who's probably one of the easiest characters. She's the first character you unlock, basically. Like, you start with one character unlocked, and Imelda is 10 gold, so you're probably going to buy her first. I think she has all, like, the default stats. She just starts with, the magic wand, which is a really solid weapon. I could see how some characters can be more difficult than others, particularly if some of them were made with, like, being challenging in mind. Like, if this game has a The Lost, die in one hit character, I could see that being kind of fun, but at the same time, like, dying in one hit is the kind of thing where, in this game, might just be frustrating instead of fun. Die in one hit, but you start with Laurel. I could see that being fun. I don't know. The game does have DLC as well, so there's a lot of content. There's a lot of content in the base game, and there's a lot of content that, like, if I finish the base game, I can just buy. Apparently, Among Us is in this game. Like, as DLC, Among Us is in the game, which feels kind of crazy. I don't know where they fit in. Can I play as the crewmates? Is one of the maps gonna be the fucking ship from Among Us? Like, that would be awesome. I would love to play on that map if that's a real thing. I should check it out, I guess, because I don't know until I look. Like, are there gonna be special enemies in, like, electrical? It just sounds so stupid, right? That like Among Us could be in this game, but why not? Like it's indie games, they cross over all the time. Remember like Shovel Knight was in everything for a while? What was it? Like Indie Pogo? The oh shit. It's like a plat fighter, I think, but it's Pogo. I don't remember. Also, I could see some like self-enforced challenges being pretty fun for this. Like, well, this isn't really because there is an in-game option for this. You can reduce the number of weapon slots you have. Winning with one weapon slot sounds really hard. Winning with one weapon slot sounds like a fun challenge. It might just be a frustrating challenge though, where like, oh, there's only really one weapon where it's even possible. I don't know if that's true, but it might be true. But even if you only have one weapon slot, you can pick up more weapons if they're just like laid about the map. So maybe that's the strategy, is you have to like very early on collect all of those things. And I could see the fun in that. Yeah, the bracer is not even like near us. We're gonna be holding up this entire time and probably still not get to it. Because it was in the opposite direction that we walked from when we started. So it's like we're retracing our steps and then some. There's more than that. And we're not we don't have any speed buffs. We're not particularly fast. Oh. Yeah, the enemies, it's kind of weird what they can and can't walk on, because some of them, like, get stuck on the walls, some of them just go through the walls. And there's a lot of tiles that I can't walk on that all enemies can. It's really weird. Oh yeah, get me the always big coin bag. So yeah, once you get a certain number of upgrades, after maxing out all your things, you can get the option to just like every time you level up, give me the big coin bag. Which is what you want, because we don't need health right now. We've got healing, we're not even taking damage. So there's no reason that we should be taking health. And the coins are something that persist into the net. Like the coins you win now will go to your like title screen, and you can buy permanent upgrades, but also buy characters. And I'm not really sure how I feel about the permanent upgrades, because it definitely feels like they make the game a lot easier. You can refund them, so you don't need to always play with them turned on. But I'm not sure. I feel like maybe the permanent upgrades are like part of the reason that I'm finding the game too easy is that I've bought some of the really good ones. So I've bought the upgrade that means you start with Duplicator, which means, you know, no matter what character I'm playing, I'm at least getting an extra projectile. For some characters that's double projectiles. For some characters that's like 1.5 times the number of projectiles. Like if you start with 2 projectiles, then it's less of a difference, but for the characters that start with 1, it's a big deal. Having Duplicator is a big deal. And that feels like it might make the game quite a bit easier early game. So I don't know. Maybe I'll play without those after a certain point. Right now, I don't feel like I need to. Like I'm still having fun, so I'm not too worried about it. But it is, yeah, it does make me wonder if maybe like the permanent upgrades are something that at a certain point it's actually better to play without, just for fun's sake. And we're almost there. We are genuinely going to get to this bracer before the time ends. I'm quite impressed that I managed to get that item and walk all the way back to the bracer, which is quite funny. In fact, we may be able to get to the coffin, which is at the question mark. The coffin unlocks a new character for you whenever you like beat it. Which is pretty cool. Where is this bracer? We're coming up on it very, very soon. I'm talking like a speedrunner at a marathon. We're coming up on the bracer really, really soon. Yeah. Yeah, you can clap for that. There we go. Increases projectile speed by 10%. And as you can see, we have 7 passives. That's not normal. That is not normally. This is not possible under normal circumstances. This crab enemy killed me last time I played. When you shoot it, its hand gets bigger. So it can, like, kill you. If it's below you especially, because the hands, like, kind of grow upwards. So I'm just bullying it right now. But, like, if you're, like, look at that. That's scary, right? I definitely want to stay underneath the crab, because I will die. But yeah, this is the thing that killed me last time I played on this map, so I definitely want to be careful of it. But last time I didn't have nearly as broken of a build. My build last time was good, but it wasn't nearly as broken as this one is, and there's another crab. Or it's the same crab and it teleported? I have no idea. I don't know what these crabs are capable of, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm safe from it. Like, I don't think it can really kill me or anything, but... yeah, we can just bully it out the map. Bye-bye, crab. But yeah, just like... when that hand touches you, it does a ton of damage. Just shreds through your health. Like, I think we're good just on the nature of my build being really broken. Also, I've got Laurel maxed out, so it's like I'm basically invincible. And yeah, we're definitely going to get to this coffin, which is pretty good. Oh look, another crab. I guess this is to stop you from just running away from them. They just like repeatedly spawn if you don't kill them. I'm guessing. Ooh, look at this strong lion guy. I wonder if he drops a chest. I can't tell. If he died, I can't tell if he died. I can't tell if there's a chest. So let's just keep going until we find this coffin, which actually I think we walked past. I think it's down here. Okay, now I'm not sure. There is a chest, though. I'm seeing the marker for that. Huh? Where's the coffin? It looks like I should be near it, but I don't see it at all. Okay, well, I'm getting further away from it. We've only got a couple minutes until the game ends. Let's try and do something in that time. I don't care if that something is getting this chest or if that something is getting the coffin. Let's just try and do something. See what's in the chest. Wow, it's a money bag. I can't believe that happened. It's crazy. Okay. Coffin, coffin, coffin. Where's the coffin? Really? I've walked past it now. What? Huh? Maybe there's something else I need to do to get it on this map? I don't know. Maybe if I activate the red thing? It's my only guess. Yeah, I guess we can try doing that. Oh, what? There's a mirror, there's a mirror, there's a mirror. It's glowing, it's glowing, it's glowing. It's not doing anything. Can I click on it? Why is it glowing? I feel like that should be important. Okay, I'm gonna stand on this red thing. That's my only guess for... No, that didn't do anything special. It's exactly normal for this map. So what happens at 30 minutes is Death comes out and he's this really fast enemy that just like kills you instantly. But... oh, what the heck? Let's go! But what am I getting? I can't skip this animation. I got 5? I've never seen 5 things come out of a chest. And they're all money bags. So yeah, Death, he's really fast and he kills you instantly. But I think it is possible to kill him, because you can, like, damage him. And I think what we need to do is we need to stop time right as he comes out. Which is why I've been hanging out here. Because there's a time stop item right up here in the corner. What I'm going to try and do is stand next to this when it goes to 30 minutes and freeze time, hopefully before Death kills... Never mind! I accidentally picked it up. Yeah, we're fucked. We're not killing Death in this video. Unfortunate. I really wanted to try that. But yeah, I suspect that that's the way you're supposed to do it, is by, like, stopping time right as he comes by. But we're not gonna find out, because, yeah. Oh, what the hell? Oh, what? I'm alive? Is it? Oh, Laurel kept me alive. Oh, that was okay. That was cool. That's the longest I've ever survived against death. I, like, very nearly survived there. Because I guess max level Laurel is really strong. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was Vampire Survivor. It's a really fun game.